Why can't you say nice things? Like, why you gotta be mean? And you can really tell how throughout like the whole series, it's just Tony is just like this big kid, essentially, uh, who's just, he gets upset very easily. He also is just like he has mood swings all over the place. And we really see in this scene where he feels so down because this father figure was just talking down to him, talking bad. And he was like, "Don't you love me? Don't you love me? Bless you." Um, and then Uncle Junior just starts crying, tearing up, and that was a great, powerful scene, especially when you have just an adult figure and a son-like figure, and they're just, you know, it's that really innocent moment of where you're talking with somebody who you really respect, and it's like, why would you do that? Why would you hurt me like that? That was a good scene. So
Why are you always so negative?
yeah, why are
Why
you so
you
mean?
why you always gotta be so mean? Why there's always nothing but toxic come out your mouth? There's nothing but venom. And then you see him looking at his uncle, it's like, I loved you, man. You're the person that I had, the only person that I had, and you choose to shit on me. This is what you talk about, not about all these other good things. So people know this. Those of you listening, sometimes you just wish that they would give you affirmations, validations. Just be kind. Be like, man, say something good. Your boss, your supervisor, instead of just giving you critiques all the time, say something's good. Your teacher's giving you corrections on your paper. It's all red. Hey, man, ain't nothing good. Motherfucker, your handwriting good? Something. Shit. It makes you feel worthless. Worthless. And so it looks at him. Why can't you love me, man? Why don't you love me in the way I want to? And Spencer, look at Spencer. He's figuring this shit out. He's just a kid. He's just a kid wanting love, right? A little big old chubby kid, wanting a hug, wanting someone to just sit there, wanting someone to be proud of them. As I told a student yesterday, said, "You did this. You did this. You did this. You're good. You got a good shot. I'm excited for you. I'm proud to have met you. I'm proud of all the work that you did. Proud of you tenaciousness because you come every week ready to work." But Tony doesn't get that. And so that builds in this perfectionism, that builds in this anxiety, that builds in this masculinity, that builds in this dominance, that builds in I have to be the best. And now it's nothing but pressure. Now it's nothing but weight and terror, which can kill a lot of people, doesn't matter what gender. Um, so you see him, Spencer, as just being a boy that needs some love, someone to be there like his therapist, just be there.
Mhm.
But to see the real him, not the image that he projects out, the real him, the one that's flawed. We talked about it also in X-Men, where that queen or whatever from some galaxy, they don't want to see the weakness. They don't want to see Xavier crippled as shit,
Yeah.
wheelchair riding motherfucker. oh,
Grease
oh,
up your wheels, motherfucker. They're squeaky.
oh, crip walk ass motherfucker. oh, stink leg dragon ass motherfucker.
They not like us. They not like
they,
us.
they different. Be a man, walk. Sorry.
Be a man. Get up from that chair.
and so that's intense. Real quick, I feel like a lot of people will probably diagnose him and other folks that are of color that come from these situations, borderline personality disorder, because a lot of rage, a lot of big emotions. We've talked about it many times in this pod on how they'll get slapped with that. And what it is, just a lot of shit that comes out from trauma. You're never taught on how to regulate any emotions because you're taught to hide and run away from emotions and use substances, drink alcohol. Shout out to this $60 bourbon I've been sipping on.
Jesus. All right, Shannon.
I know. I should have never showed me that.
You should- All you do now is just drink like a Shannon shot. Be like
Shannon shit.
sponsored by.
Sponsored by. I don't even know the shit I got. It's good though.
It makes me swervy.
It makes me swervy. I'm driving now. um, and it makes you feel bad for him in that moment. And you see his uncle get choked up. Doesn't fully cry, but he gets choked up. That's man being man. They hold it. You'll see it in these press conferences with the most masculine men in the world, right? These athletes, these NFL athletes, these boxers, and they'll be like, "Wait, I just need a moment. What? Let me get my shit together." You'll see it with Dan Campbell, the Lions football coach. Shout out to the Lions. And you'll see
Boo.
him cry all the time, man. Like he'll be like, "I just fucking love those guys in that locker room." And then he'll get choked up. I mean, this dude is huge. He's like 6'7", 6'8", 300 some pounds, solid muscle.
Yeah.
He's intense. But you see the emotion and you love it. You see University of Michigan's assistant coach cry and you love it. A lot of men shit on him. We did a podcast about it on how Stephen A. was like, "Oh, I don't want to see that shit. You're being soft." That team will die for that coach now.
Yeah.
It's amazing when men actually do show emotions that does get validated. Small pivot.
Mm.
I posted something the other day and reposted it on LinkedIn from different spectrums to my personal LinkedIn, professional one. And one of the players from Alabama University, massive offensive lineman, really good, but he just went into inpatient treatment to work on his mental health, right? Because they didn't say what's going on, but I assume there's some suicidality, some stuff's going on. And they were saying that he was going to be graded harshly in the NFL and like not be drafted because of this. Oh, I'm like, that's bullshit. That's why no one wants to say anything. That's why no athletes want to go to therapy or tell their coaches, because now it's going to be held. Now they're not going to be able to play.
Yeah. And so we're all about like having a message. Like they
Yep.
put Black Lives Matter on the field, stuff like that. They put all this shit on the field. That's fine. That's great. I'm
Yep.
glad you're doing the outside stuff. But are you really putting in the work behind the scenes at all? You can put as much shit as you want on the field. I don't
Yep.
care.
Yep.
But if you're not helping your players to get better and changing exactly what it is,
What are you doing?
yeah, what's the point?
You're going to hold it against your players in college or the pros. What do you? So you want people to talk, but then also will shame them when they do talk. So this is why a lot of people just don't. This is because sports are very masculine. Doesn't matter what gender.
Yeah.
And this is why people will come to my office because, I ain't budging on shit. And they feel safe and protected. And they also know I'm going to fight for them. I'm going to teach them how to fight for themselves too when it comes to the dynamics on the team. But it's scary, man, that these players go through this and then people are talking shit. Like, what do you got to be sad about? You don't know the shit that these players are dealing with. You don't know the trauma from their childhoods or their
They get beat
OCD.
up on a daily basis. Like just from the field. That's just from a field standpoint,
Yep.
right? But yeah, like you said, it's like outside of the field.
You don't
There could
know.
be anything going on. You don't know.
You don't know. Oh, this reminds me.
Hmm.
In our link tree, I don't know why I haven't done this before. In our link tree, I will post all the professional athletes that I've been keeping and collecting data on that have been diagnosed or have sought mental health treatment and that have been out with it. And so I'm going to post that. It's probably like 50 pages at this moment in time. It's intense. Yeah, it's really intense. And so I'm going to put that on there. I don't know why I haven't done that because it's a really cool article for you to look at and look at all the athletes in your favorite sports. I got cycling, tennis, NASCAR, of course, the NFL, MLB, volleyball. I've got it all. Got it all.
We'll talk about it. You could probably do like a carousel image and then just
There you go. So yeah, we'll probably do that. Great scene on men trying to heal and a man that's been deeply wounded his entire life, Tony, which led him to be this beast that he's become. There was that scene with Rocket and Yondu years ago. I know what's wrong with you, boy. You're me. I know why you push everybody away and why just a little bit of love just lets you know how empty inside you are. I literally have chills just saying it. Just a little bit of love. My clients get that from me and it just destroys them in a good way. And then we go find it outside and we figure out how to go take our love and our happiness and our joy, the things that were stripped from us in childhood or from our bosses, from our professors because of our ADHD or our autism, because they were different. Because people couldn't love them for who they are. And then they come to my office for a friend, but also some love. And also, I'm going to make sure they're the baddest motherfucker that there is in their life. That's what your therapist is supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. It's what they're paid to do. And of course, every once in a while, I talk a little shit, I get distracted. So, real quick, we don't have to get into them. What were the other scenes that we left out? Because I'm gonna let them all play.
Right. So, the third scene, that we watched was the therapy scene where he's talking about how his mom is dead and how he's like he's glad she's dead
Yep,
and
that's right.
now he doesn't have to go to therapy anymore because she's dead because that he thought like that was all of his problem was through his mom. There's that scene. And then there was the one with Richie and I forgot her name, but Richie and the woman, and he was
That
just
was a good
saying like I
scene.
can't do this anymore. He's being really selfish. He's being like I can't do this. I can't help you. So see you later. That motherfucker is such a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. I was like, I'm glad Tony just offed him. I was
Yep.
so glad.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he was a straight up piece of shit. That was a good scene because the relationship stuff and how like Brett, some men, even women will do those things, right? And I'm glad she stood her ground. Was like, fuck you. But the thing is, you're gonna leave someone that's lost everything. And she said, how do you comfort me? He's like, I don't know how to comfort you. She said, just be there, you son of a bitch. It's not hard to comfort and love someone. That was the best part of that scene. It's not
Yeah.
hard. Just be here with me. Sit with me. Lay in the bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Fucking Ralph. It's Ralph, not Richie, but yeah, Ralph was such a
Piece
fucking
of shit. Yeah.
yeah. And then the next one was when Janice went to like her healer or
Yes.
whatever. They're not
That's
a
a good scene.
therapist. They are like pretty much the coach. What they are, coaching. Yes. A healer. Um, and yeah, she was just talking about how um she was with Bobby, who's like a really nice guy, but his wife like just died from like a car accident. And she's talking about how she wants to be there for him. And even though he does work for her brother, he's different than everyone else. So it's a nice scene where, where someone can actually come out and talk about certain things. I thought just be emotional. Um, thought that was good.
Good scene because that lady, the healer, recognized that you really love this guy because of the person that he is, the man that he is, the way he made you feel. It was safe. It was all the love that you've been missing for years. Missing for years. And that's why you're longing for him because of that emptiness that's been there, right? There's always been something missing, and this person provided it. I
Yeah.
really liked it that. And that's when she starts sobbing because she's like, holy shit, you're right. I mean, this is, you don't really know. Sometimes you know when it's that thing you've been missing. You're like, I haven't tasted this in years.
Oh God.
I got all the sugars. Like on any given Sunday, don't you drop me. I'm worth $1,000,000. There's moments when you know this is the person,
Mm.
especially that they're kind.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out the full episode on our channel and anywhere you find podcasts. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Whoop whoop.